Whether it is a theme in movies or simply an observation of life around us, we often see a world of grudges and revenge, holding on to resentment so that one can enact some sort of a payback. And somewhere along the line, many people have decided that it's okay. It's only human, they reason, to want to get revenge, so it must be all right. Surely God won't mind if I want to hold on to some grievance or some harsh feeling. Maybe you've even heard someone say something along these lines: I will never forgive them, no matter how long I live. There is something terribly wrong with that. And it's not just that it's an ugly attitude, although it is an ugly attitude. I want you to think about something. In his model prayer, Jesus taught the disciples to pray, and part of that prayer that he taught is, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Matthew chapter 6 and verse 12. And after that prayer, Jesus then went on and provided a commentary on it of sorts. Matthew chapter 6, verses 14 and 15, Jesus said, For if you forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if you do not forgive men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses. Friends, we need to be forgiving. If we are Christians, we have been forgiven of so much. And so let's all make every effort to be biblically forgiving to those who are around us. Now, to get us there, I want us to look at something we find in Genesis chapter 50. In Genesis chapter 50, we see Joseph's brothers who had treated him so badly. They sold him into slavery, and then later, when Joseph had power over them to return to them everything that they had done, he forgave them instead. But then we come to Genesis chapter 50, and we find that their father had died. And those brothers were now so very concerned. Genesis chapter 50, verses 15 through 21, we read, When Joseph's brothers saw that their father was dead, they said, Perhaps Joseph will hate us and may actually repay us for all the evil which we did to him. So they sent messengers to Joseph, saying, Before your father died, he commanded, saying, Thus you shall say to Joseph, I beg you, please forgive the trespass of your brothers and their sin, for they did evil to you. Now, please, forgive the trespass of the servants of the God of your father. And Joseph wept when they spoke to him. Then his brothers also went and fell down before his face, and they said, Behold, we are your servants. And Joseph said to them, Do not be afraid, for am I in the place of God? But as for you, you meant evil against me, but God meant it for good, in order to bring it about as it is this day, to save many people alive. Now, therefore, do not be afraid. I will provide for you and your little ones. And he comforted them and spoke kindly to them. Friends, when someone wrongs us, and there is an opportunity for us to make things right, we should do it. Maybe we don't want to. Maybe we want to leave them hanging a little bit to teach them a lesson. Or maybe we want to ratchet down on them to try to make them uncomfortable. Or maybe we just want to make sure they hurt as much as possible before we do forgive them. But Joseph shows us a very different picture. Be forgiving. He said, I'm not going to hold on to a grudge. And be kind. He spoke kindly to them. If we do that, won't that show the love of Jesus to the people who are in our life? Thank you for watching this devotional. We invite you to come and worship with us any time that you are in Albuquerque. You will find a group of people who love Jesus, who are trying to live for Him, and who are glad that you stopped in to worship with us.